Hello, Royals fans. Erik Jesberger here, getting a chance to introduce you to our upcoming season's Wall of Honor inductee member, the great Mr. Nick Luukko. Nick, thank you so much for joining me today. Nick, want to get a chance to hear from you, your early impressions of Reading, and how much you look forward to joining this distinguished group.
Yeah, I'm extremely honored. Had a really great career playing in Reading. For me personally, it was awesome to play so close to home, being an hour away and growing up in Westchester. So to be able to spend the majority of my career playing in Reading, having success and playing with a lot of great people, having some great coaches, great staff, all in all, it was a blessing to be able to play in Reading.
You mentioned there some of the connections you've had, and of course, with your honor and selection comes with many prestigious accolades and numbers you hold with the Royals. Before we dive into that, I do want to get a chance to touch base with you and ask, what were some of your early impressions as a player here in Reading and this fan base, which has, lo and behold, learned to love you?
Yeah, I mean, early on, I growing up in the Westchester area, we would go up and play the Reading Junior Royals, back when I was playing mites and squirts and whatnot. And then because of hockey, having to move away from the area to chase my dream, I wasn't around the Philly area as much through my teens, going to prep school at the Gunnery, then playing in Dubuque and USHL, and then Vermont in college. So to be able to come back, play close to home, I hadn't really been to Reading in a while. I just remember, when I first got sent down from Lehigh going into Reading, it was a pretty cool fan base to be able to play in front of. Loyal fans, great environment. And then on top of that, it was great people in the organization at the time, with Larry Corville being the coach and Kirk McDonald being the assistant coach, and with Jay Bird and Groggs there and as a training staff. It really felt like playing at home again.
And you mentioned that connection, a Westchester, Pennsylvania native, of course, some family and friends get a chance to be close to you and watch you as you've grown in your hockey career. What was that significance to playing so close to home and attributed to a lot of your success here in Reading?
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. It was great having friends and families at all the games. And, if I wanted to get out of town on off days or whatnot, going into Philly and seeing friends who aren't in hockey, that was super easy to do. But yeah, it was awesome. I think as my time progressed in Reading, I know Kirk, when he took over as a head coach, he really took a liking into recruiting a lot of local guys to be able to play close to home. So you had myself, Chris McCarthy, Adam Schmidt, Charlie Vassaturo, and then when I got to coaching, it kind of switched over to Trevor Gooch and Matty Gaudreau. So having all those guys local, they wanted to play close to home, they wanted to be near friends and family. It just made it that much more fun.
You touched on a lot of those teammates who helped you grow and progress, and you did much of the same there. And the numbers prove and show, as Nick, you're the franchise's all-time leader in points among defensemen with 87, same for among defensemen in games played with 274 total. You had 12 Kelly Cup playoff games and got a chance to earn playoff berths with the Royals in those first 3 seasons here. You adorned in the black and purple. What attributed to a lot of that success? You mentioned some of those teammates, but you personally, what allowed you to excel as a player in your time in Reading?
Yeah, I think it was just the opportunity. I think, playing for Larry and K-Mac, and then the assistant coaches for K-Mac were Wellesley and Mike Marcoux and Ryan Crothers there for a bit. They just kind of gave me the confidence to go out and play my game. And over time, the confidence continued to grow. Was able to play with some great players. We had some great guys up front and on the back end and goaltending as well. I think my rookie year, we had a really good chance to go very far. Lost Game 7 to Wheeling in overtime there, so that could have gone either way. And then the next 2 years, we had some tough first-round losses where, it was some really tight goaltending battles in both series with Brampton and then Manchester. Again, we ended up losing the first round. Could have gone either way. So I guess you can look back and be a little bummed. I thought we could have, competed and won a Kelly Cup in one of those years, but sometimes you need the luck and the bounces to go your way. And, nothing but great times in Reading.
Of course, it's great to reference and bring up the opportunity that you currently hold as the head coach of the Jacksonville Iceman. We're talking about the enemy here a little bit, but it all began your coaching career when you went from hanging up the skates to stepping behind the other side of the players' bench here with the Royals as an assistant coach. Can you talk a bit about that experience and how much that it was your time in Reading more than a player built into a career that you're flourishing in now?
Yeah, and I just mentioned the coaches that I'd played for in Reading, Larry, and then K-Mac, and then, with Wellesley and Marcoux, being the assistant coaches there, I learned a lot from those guys. And all four of those guys really got me to think about getting into coaching after hockey. So especially playing for Kirk for 4 years and then working under him for a season, and then the COVID year, we're trying to build a team, trying to figure out we're either going to play that year. Unfortunately, we did not. I learned a lot, and all four of those guys have played a major role in my coaching career. A lot of things that I take from them and use to this day.
Right here, a lot of those lessons carry over, and you still hold that here. So a bit of that home down with you in Jacksonville. Nick, opportunity to talk about your teammates and some of the guys who got a chance to increase your progression in hockey and carry into your coaching career. Last season, we honored Olivier Lebel, a teammate of yours. Get a chance to share about some of what the honor is to hold being a part of this distinguished group with many of the great teammates. Now you get a chance to join them yourself.
Yeah, it's a tremendous honor. Played a lot of good players have played in Reading. Played with a lot of great guys on and off the ice. A lot of friendships that will last a lifetime. Guys that I've been to their weddings and they'll be at my weddings. So made a lot of really good friends. I think when you have a good group to be around the locker room, and it makes it fun coming to the rink every day, especially during the dog days of the season. I got so many memories in Reading, so many stories that nothing but great times.
We talked about your teammates and joining this group, and how much more it means to you to be representative of this great city that you got a chance to flourish your career in as a player and get a chance to be in front of the fans once again in this upcoming Wall of Honor game. And we induct you into this all-time group.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's like I said, it's a great place to play, especially being a local guy. Think about all the teammates I had who were local. It's gonna be a lot of fun to be a part of, and again, it's a huge honor. Like I said, there's been a ton of really good players that come through Reading, and some of them made it to the NHL. Some of them had really good minor league careers. Some of them have been really good executives at the NHL level. So to be a part of that's a huge honor, and I'm very thankful for it.
A franchise all-time leader and a franchise all-time great. Nick Luukko, thank you so much for joining me today. And we look forward to inducting you into this season's Wall of Honor.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm looking forward to it.